Friday Night Fights has reached its finale. We are back in Southern California's Inland Empire and the town of Corona for the final installment of this long-running favorite of boxing fans. And no better way than to end with this year's Boxino Championships. The junior middleweight final will start tonight with return to the finals of Brandon Adams, who looks to finish the job this time around. The heavyweight championship brings us two big punchers, both of whom have barreled through Boxino, knocking out both their respective opponents to get here tonight. We're also offering a special treat as Alexander Povetkin and Mike Perez meet to determine Deontay Wilder's mandatory heavyweight championship opponent. All that and more as Friday Night Fights ends our 17-year run. Welcome you to Southern California for the final edition, believe it or not, of ESPN's Friday Night Fights. And we're going out with a bang. It's the 2015 Boxino Final in the junior middleweight division. John Thompson, a last-second alternate, wasn't even supposed to be in this tournament, and yet he finds himself in the finals, albeit a huge underdog, taking on Brandon Adams. In the heavyweight division, Andre Fedosov, the hard hitter, taking on Donovan Dennis, the upstart American, looking to spoil Fedosov's Boxino Championship hopes here tonight. It'll be 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. It's one of the longest running programs in ESPN history, Friday Night Fights, 17 years running, and it all ends here tonight in Corona, California. Coming up, we'll look back at Gennady Golovkin's victory over last year's Boxino tournament winner, that being Willie Monroe Jr., plus Joe Tessitore will give us a Friday Night Fights retrospective, the best of what has been a staple of ESPN programming here on Friday Night Fights. We want you to play a part of our finale. Jump on social media, reach out to me on Twitter at Grisham ESPN, as well as Nigel Collins, our social media contributor. We want you to send us your picks for the Boxino Finals tonight. Tell us who's going to win and why. Also use the hashtag FNFphoto, and we'll throw some of the best pictures on the air. You can't lose showing a picture of me. For our Boxino tournament finals, we have a special treat for you. It's the WBC heavyweight title eliminator between Alexander Povetkin and Mike Perez. And for that, we send it to the voices of Friday Night Fights, Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas.
Thank you very much, Todd. Yeah, why not some bonus heavyweight coverage for the finale of Friday Night Fights? Earlier today from Moscow, it was the WBC title eliminator between Sasha Povetkin and the veteran Mike Perez. The winner set to become the mandatory for Deontay Wilder, assuming he gets past his next opponent. Of course, as many know, Teddy Atlas was the trainer who led Sasha Povetkin to a heavyweight title belt back in 2011. You led him to 6 wins, Teddy. Without you, his lone loss, Vladimir Klitschko. That was a disappointing night for Sasha. What was your take on Povetkin-Perez coming into today?
I'll tell you what I said yesterday, just for those doubting Thomases out there that are not sure whether or not I said it today or yesterday. Did say it yesterday, that against Perez, a southpaw, but not a slick southpaw. A southpaw who squares up in front of you. A southpaw who's easy to find, that's right there to catch. And a southpaw that had 500 amateur fights. I felt that he's a bit used up. I felt that he's just too available, and he would be easy pickings, possibly, for Povetkin, who throws nice, accurate punches, and now does a good job of controlling range and distance.
Mike Perez, Alexander Povetkin, earlier today from Moscow. Teddy and I will sit back and watch it with you. Full coverage of that fight right now, plus our Boxino heavyweight main event set to come. But enjoy the action from earlier today.
На секунду должен сообразить, что делать. Как тебе сделать это быстрее, как тебе сделать это лучше и, конечно, успешнее. Все заготовки отрабатываются уже на тренировке.
Ты принимаешь решение каждый раз, когда наносишь удар, и сразу думаешь о том, как сделать это снова. Нужно очень спокойно представлять, что ты будешь делать дальше.
Тактика есть мышление, есть задача, которую поставил тренер. Комбинации все работают. Только надо их правильно и вовремя нанести.
Моя стратегия рождается во время боя. Когда он начинается, я решаю, как бороться с этим противником. Каждый бой особый и не похож на другой.
И слабые стороны, и уверенность в себе, все это можно назвать одним словом опыт. Мы смотрели несколько боев его. У нас есть несколько вариантов, как он может себя повести. Накинется на ее первым номером или будет на дистанции работать, и то отработаем уже.
У меня нет слабых сторон. Я такой, какой есть. Я всегда зарабатывал боксом. Сама жизнь сделала меня таким. Я тренируюсь очень усердно. Я почти не видел бои Александра. Посмотрел совсем немного и не знаю, какой он сегодня. Думаю, ему лучше посмотреть мои. Пусть он будет знать, какой я в бою.
Тренер всегда говорил такие вещи. Удача на стороне сильнейшего. Кто больше отдавал силу на тренировках, потел, кто последним уходил в спортзал.
Агрессия – это часть спорта. Если хочешь выиграть, надо быть агрессивным. Ведь так? Это особенность моей профессии. Я могу быть агрессивным по отношению к другим, но только на ринге.
Победа в том, чтобы преодолеть себя. Однозначно идет ломка. Иной раз не хочется делать. Тяжело, неохота, ты себя ломаешь. Почему я всегда призываю, чтобы отдавали детей в спорт? Потому что спорт заставляет переступать через себя. Это им пригодится не только в спорте, но и в жизни.
Неважно, во что ты веришь. Я верю в Бога. Но если я не нанесу удар, Бог за меня бой не выиграет. Я просто иду и борюсь. Победа – это результат тренировок. Что я могу пожелать Александру? Удачи.
Победа – это всегда упорный труд. Так меня воспитали.
Александр Поветкин против Майка Переса. Прямо сейчас.
Дамы и господа, ladies and gentlemen, World of Boxing and the World Boxing Council are proud to bring you 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC prestigious Silver Heavyweight Championship. So now, making his entrance to the ring, here is the challenger, Mike, the Rebel Perez.
Well, he sometimes in his career rebelled against training, but he seems to have got himself into shape for this one. Weighed in at 17 stone 2. And he looks pretty good, and Povetkin, only 8 pounds lighter, has weighed in a career heaviest for this. In stages of his career when he really did look as though he'd fallen absolutely out of love with it. But he was a product of the wonderful Cuban amateur system, world junior champion back in 2004, and now 29 years old. What a great opportunity this is for him.
It really is. This is the sort of fight that this will catapult him into a world title fight for sure, beating a Povetkin who is a phenomenal fighter at the heavyweight level.
Дамы и господа, now it's time for the silver belt heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, дамы и господа, Alexander Sasha Povetkin.
Povetkin, of course, had that brilliant amateur career, European, world, Olympic gold medals. And he knows all about fighting southpaws like Perez. Beaten Chris Bird, beaten Ruslan Chagayev.
Гляну ясное небо и пойму, что живу не And by a lot of people's reckoning, and I know you go along with this, Barry, that Povetkin, second only to Klitschko in terms of talent and performances over the years.
I think so. I think you've got enough young fighters coming up on his heels. But I think he gets overlooked because he's never in spectacular fights or spectacular performances, to be honest. He's a workmanlike performer, but he's very effective. He does everything good and nothing out of the ordinary great. So he tends to get overlooked by the public who think of him as an outstanding champion, which I thought he was. He just come up against Vladimir Klitschko, who's just too good for anyone right now.
Since fighting Big Vlad, he's beaten Manuel Chao, who we saw earlier on, 7th round knockout, then Carlos Takam, who's fought a draw against Mike Perez. So that may be a form line, but Perez, as I've said, sometimes not particularly well motivated, and he certainly will be for this.
Well, if he can't get up for this, Perez, then he might as well just pack it in. This is the closest he'll get to a world title fight if he doesn't win this tonight. So this is a big fight for him in a big stage. So he's a tremendous talent, a maverick in many ways, but if you don't produce it on the bigger stage, what's the point?
Well, he's been reduced at times. I mean, he's fought in prize fighter, which, okay, it's a format which some people like, but it's hardly something for an elite level heavyweight, but he was reduced to that sort of level. And here, if he wins this, he moves into a sort of a stratosphere of heavyweight boxing. Can he do it?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we will honor challenger and champion with their respective national anthems. First, the national anthem for Ireland.
Mike Perez defected to Ireland in 2007, but from the smile, I think he'd rather anticipated the Cuban anthem.
The national anthem for Russia. Dame gospoda, dobre večer, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the prestigious WBC Silver Belt Heavyweight Championship. And it's all brought to you by World of Boxing Promotions and sanctioned by the Professional Boxing Federation of Russia, President Viktor Agayev, Supervisor Igor Mazarov. The World Boxing Council President Mauricio Suleiman and supervisor for the WBC is Hussein Huichi. At ringside, the three judges scoring this contest: Ian John Lewis, Barry Lindenman, and Len Cosvisto. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, World Championship veteran referee Massimo Baravecchio. And now, the officials are ready, the fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Dame Gaspara, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red and weighing in officially at 109.1 kilograms. 22 professional fights, 21 victories with 13 knockouts, only one defeat. Originally from Cuba, but now living, training, and fighting out of Cork, Ireland, the challenger, WBC #2 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Mike, the Rebel Perez. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing black, official weight 105.4 kilograms. This Olympic gold medal champion now has a professional record consisting of 28 victories, including 20 wins by knockout, only one defeat. Chico Frusia, the reigning and defending WBC silver belt heavyweight champion, former heavyweight champion of the world, Ruskivitas, Alexander, Sasha
Well, nobody does it quite like Michael, does it, do they?
Remember, Sasha, Mike, remember what I told you in dressing room. No rabbit punch, no low blow, and watch your head, okay? Good luck.
I'm sure Michael Buffer wouldn't mind me imparting the information that this year he'll be celebrating his 71st birthday. He doesn't look bad. So this is the one that the big crowd's been waiting for. Perez's only defeat was against Bryant Jennings, who we saw taking Vladimir Klitschko the distance recently. It was a split decision that he lost there, and he was outworked in the latter stages of the fight. His lack of core fitness maybe letting him down.
Everyone knows he's a talent, but when Perez turns up, that's always the problem.
Well, as you say, Barry, if he can't get up for a fight of this magnitude, then maybe it's time to start thinking about doing something else.
You would think so, wouldn't you? You know, this is the biggest fight of his career. He was like, you know, the Jennings was a big one, might have got him a world title fight. This again will almost definitely get him a world title fight.
Nice solid right hand from Povetkin, good fast hands. Oh, great shot! Terrific right hand, and Perez was rocked by that. Managed to stay upright, but it was a terrific punch. And he's gone! He's gone! Another right hook from Povetkin, and in the first round, what a performance from Povetkin. I don't think he knows where he is. The Italian referee's taking a close look. He's allowing him to continue. I think this should be stopped. He's going to go again. And it's all over. The fight has been stopped in the very first round. Sometimes he does not look spectacular. Tonight, well, it doesn't get a great deal more spectacular.
What am I talking about? That was absolutely sensational. And we were talking about, it depends what Perez turned up. It didn't matter what Perez turned up. That long right hand, first of all, had Perez in trouble. And then finish him off then with that right hook, just tremendous. I think the referee should have stopped it when he first got up. Perez didn't know where he was. But what a statement that is. Beating Perez is not maybe a massive statement. Knocking him out in one round, huge.
Well, we are aware of your comments out there on social media, and I know the sort of perceived wisdom was that Perez would run out of gas and Povetkin would come home in the second half of the fight. And that's a pretty fair call. I don't think any of us expected that.
No, not at all, not at all. No one really thought that Povetkin, you know, he can punch, is a really massive concussive puncher, but the technique there, the lovely long right hand from out the distance. That's the second shot, that is. That's the one that puts him down. But there was a straight right hand before that had him in trouble.
Yeah, you want to see the whole of the exchange there. That's what finished it, but the damage had already been done.
Yeah, I think the damage already done with the long right hand.
They're not going to show it, I don't think, Barry.
Well, good shot that is, though. Again, just turned around the body. They just got a little bit spun round together, actually, when they got in close. Perez don't know where he is from there on.
What was the referee doing, allowing it to continue?
Well, because he stood up and he haven't stumbled. I think that's what it was. But shouldn't you, the referee should have maybe got, I don't want to criticise the referee too much, should have got Perez to walk towards him and seen he was in no state to continue. But what a...
Well, that's a statement. That is a statement. You know, Deontay Wilder, people say he's a little bit on the chinny side. And good as he looked in his last fight, does he really take a shot? If he doesn't take a shot and he gets connected with something like that...
Well, he wouldn't want to fight Povetkin, I don't think. And why would he? And if he did, if that fight goes to purse bids, they'll get outbid. That'll be in Russia. They've seen the power of the financial backing they have to get Vladimir Klitschko over there. They'll get Wilder over in Russia, and if he throws a punch like that, it could be good night to Wilder.
Well, I don't think people can quite believe what they've just seen. We didn't get opportunity to see just what Perez could deliver. In the end, he had no chance to do anything.
The end comes at 1 minute, 31 seconds of round number 1 as referee Massimo Barravecchio calls a halt to the contest. The winner by TKO victory, still silver belt champion for the WBC, but now the #1 ranked heavyweight contender and mandatory challenger for the heavyweight championship of the world, Ruskivites, Alexander Sasha Povetkin.
Well, there you have it. He's now the mandatory challenger for Deontay Wilder's WBC belt. Is the big fella from America really going to want that? We will see. Time will tell. But boy, that was spectacular.
And we want to thank our friends at Box Nation for their coverage of the Perez-Povetkin fight. Joe and Teddy back here in Southern California. Of course, if anybody knows what they're seeing and watching Alexander Povetkin, it's the man who trained him. As Deontay Wilder, Teddy has chimed in saying congratulations to Povetkin on the win. Looking forward to having my first mandatory title defense. Quickly, your takeaway with Povetkin tonight.
Well, that, as I said yesterday, I never said he would or thought he would knock him out in 1 round. But I remember telling our esteemed producer when he asked me yesterday so he could start to figure out how much time he had to figure out the things he needs to figure out. I said within 3 rounds. So it went a little shorter than I thought. But again, Perez, too easy to find. Right in front of you. Southpaw means nothing if you square up. And it meant nothing. Squared up. And the right hand, usually a southpaw killer. Well, it was a southpaw slayer tonight.
Povetkin, Wilder get made, and if it does, how do they match up?
Well, Povetkin, I like Povetkin in a fight. Wilder has the power in the right hand, but he can be Wilder sometimes. You know, wide open a little bit. He can leave himself available. Sometimes he doesn't control range. He needs to look at the Klitschko tape with Povetkin. And there's a reason for that. Not only because Povetkin did not have success against Klitschko, and Klitschko was very effective, but Wilder and Povetkin, or Wilder, I should say, and Klitschko, similar physically. Big guys, tall, long, power in the right hand, and an ability to control range. Yeah. Wilder has to control the range. If he can learn to properly use that jab and control the range where, like Klitschko did, when Povetkin comes in 6 inches, Wilder goes back 9. And then he can still have that right hand there to fill the hole. But if he doesn't do that, it's going to be a difficult night and a short reign for Mr. Wilder. He won't have that title long. He better be prepared to fight the right fight, because the better fighter, and I'm not knocking Wilder right now, but the better fighter, the more complete fighter, the more experienced fighter, the technically more solid fighter right now, and a fighter that's more sure of himself because he's been in with the better sort of opponents right now is Povetkin. So Wilder would have to fight an extremely disciplined fight, and a fight, again, paralleled, right down the road, paralleled with what Klitschko did. He has the ability, he has the tools, he has the physical assets to do it. Does he have the brain? Does he have the confidence? Does he have the discipline? And most importantly, does he have the plan?
What Klitschko did back in 2013 was score 4 knockdowns against Sasha Povetkin. But now Povetkin with the impressive first-round victory, the WBC mandatory to Deontay Wilder. We've got live action on the Friday Night Fight finale. Isaac Zarate.